Hello and welcome back. Today we have part 7 of our mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord build from Fanhome. As always, we have our parts bits and our magazine. In the magazine we get our standard legal page, content summary, step by step for assembling the next part of our build, which is going to be, well, it looks like we will be finishing off the saber-tooth tiger head. We get a fact file on the rad bug, which was the car Billy built, well, the flying car Billy built. Then episode summary on Big Sisters, which is the chunky chicken episode. And background on the theme song by the look of things. There we have it. Let's get down to building. And here we have our parts for the issue. We get 3 KB screws, 3 PM screws, and I've just realised we seem to be... no, there we go. Another pack of screws. Wasn't that moved about. Packaging for issue 7 had been squashed a bit. There we go. And those are 3 PM screws, 3 PWM screws, and 3 KB screws, 2 washers, saber-tooth tiger crossbar. We then get bottom teeth, seem to be missing 2 teeth. I'm going to pause this and have a look and make sure I've got everything because, yeah. Okay, I need to find that. And this is why a contents page is so incredibly important. So you get, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to get these on camera. You get these very, very tiny bottom teeth. They are tiny. They are so small. To give a comparison, that's by now. One of these had fallen out of the packaging and managed to fall onto the floor. It took me a few minutes to find it. These were so small and so easy, or could have been so easy to lose, that I probably wouldn't have even noticed until I started assembly if I didn't have the contents list. Thankfully I've managed to find both of them. There was a bit of a scary moment there where I thought I was going to be short a tooth, but thankfully I am not. So we get 2 bottom teeth, we get a left and right top tooth, we get tooth socket covers, sockets for the left and right. We get the saber-tooth tiger teeth, which are just an ABS plastic with a chrome finish. I'm hopeful that the chrome lasts. Obviously it's easy, well, I'm sure everyone knows how easy it is that the chrome could chip or peel if you have any sort of toys. We get a nose. There's the nose. Nose is semi transparent, and I think that's because there's the LED light or source. We get a inner neck piece, a neck connecting piece, then forehead armor and our forehead. Let's get down to assembly, shall we? to begin with, we're going to need our previous parts. So in my Blue Peter fashion, here is one I prepared earlier. Saber-tooth tiger head, left side of the head, and jaw. We will need a screwdriver, my trusty screwdriver, which I haven't lost this time. And then we insert the inner neck piece. Make sure that is in place. And then we need to put in the neck joint. So that should just slide in like that. The lower jaw will go here. Yep. And then so we have a movable lower jaw, our neck joint assembled, then need our right side of the head, well no, that's the left side, sorry, left side and right side, and we should just join those pieces together, and it will be just a case of lining everything up. Oh no, missed the nose, need the nose. Nose will go pointy side down. Okay, this is going to be a tricky piece to get together. So problem is that there's nothing really holding the upper jaw in place. It'll all be secure once the two sides together, but at the moment there's nothing there. Here we go. So the nose will just rest. See what I mean? Okay. So that will rest on there. Lower jaw comes and connects in like that. Will just come out. Reconnect the rubber washer. Slides and holds in place there. Then the nose will clip over like that, and then somehow we need to try and connect all these without it all falling apart. So it's probably going to be Okay, I'm going to leave the nose off for a second while I just line everything up. Go, that's it. So I would suggest the best way to start is by trying to line up the neck pieces and slide those in. From there, if you connect the lower jaw, and then with a little bit of maneuvering you should be able to line the rest up and clip it all into place. So with that now all clipped into place, we take 2 of our KB screws and they will slide into here, and they should just connect everything together. Then we screw that in. That's nice and tight. The jaw has a nice range of movement, but isn't loose. The washers keep it nice and firm. Okay, with the two screws in place, we move on to our forehead, and this will slide down and down. Yep. Okay, so this has two hinge, two lips here. These rest inside here. So the best way to get this in is to come in at an angle with sliding those into place, then leveraging that down and over the rest of the forehead until it clips into place. And then we get two of the PWM screws, which are the silver ones with the head. Oh, sorry, the rim to the head, should I say. That's probably more accurate of a description. And then we screw these two into place. And as I do this, how is everyone? It's evening for me. It's raining outside. It is grey. It is horrid, but it's quite warm in here. Right. The son and I were at Comic Con today, which was fun. We were only there for a couple of hours. It's quite a small local one, but it was a nice event. He was dressed up in his Red Ranger onesie, which was quite amusing. And then we need to take our forehead cover, or forehead armour as it's called. Looks almost like a blocky little person, 2 legs. The two bits point downwards, so this is going to go on the head like so. What it should do, just clip into place. This doesn't want to. This is final one. Top one does not want to go in. Is it better to try? There we go. Need a real firm push on that. The top one doesn't want to necessarily click into place, but once it is, it's not coming out. So if you end up needing to disassemble this, guards. But we tested the batteries, so in a year's time this should still all light up and work. I won't be happy if it doesn't. Oh dear. Okay, so these, then we need to fit 7.6 and 7.7 together. These are the right sides of the socket, and then is there a way I can tell which is left? to the right, not necessarily. Oh. So come like that. Go like that. And that needs to go like that. So there's a left and right one, but they aren't, as far as I can tell, they are not labelled in a way anyway. However, the teeth themselves have a small groove which will connect them into the sockets. Sockets have grooves either side, so these should be able to be superimposed as either a left or a right one, and then it'll be just making sure you get the teeth the right way around. So with the teeth pointing upwards, the curvature will point out. So again, it wants you to use a drop of glue to secure everything in place. So I'm just going to make sure everything's right. So the left one, right one, and again, just make sure correct. And that will go that side. Okay, so I'm going to glue these two together. Just get my glue. Again, much like previous issue, I'm just using my Revell modelling glue. I suspect this should be sufficient to keep this in place. So with this one going on the left side, just use a drop of glue around the chrome, and just to be safe on the lips. Now with this facing this way, this one will go facing out. Slide that down and press firmly to hold that into place until it sets. There we go. That will dry nicely on its own, and it's the same for the opposite side. And again, just slide that down and press on it firmly so the glue can bond. And while those are setting, we'll just do it. That hasn't taken at all. I need some glue. And that over. Okay. Again, just making sure it's around the right way. And press that firmly into place. Just going to come off this for a minute, make sure it's setting nicely, because this one does not want to set at all for some reason. This one's setting without issue, it's just this side. So I'm just going to hold on to that for a bit while I close this up and we look at the rest of the instructions. So while I keep firm press on this, and we can fit the washers into the recesses. Again on the opposite end, then this will fit into there, and we will need a screw. Trying to do this as one-handed is not the easiest. So what you'll notice is there's only a semicircle here, so they can only line up one way. While I press on that, I'm going to go and get another one of the PM screws, which is, yes, I know the washers come off. PM screws is this one. So, well, this is, come on, there we go. Come on, that's it. I'm not having the best of luck on this one. Glue is not setting on this tooth at all. Might need something else. Let's have a look, see what I can. Let's get that screwed in first and get my washer back wherever that went to. I'm going to pause this while I take a look at sorting the teeth out, and then I will be back. Okay, I'm back. Unfortunately, the Revel glue didn't work at all. It wouldn't hold them in place whatsoever. In the end, I had to resort to using Gorilla Glue. I assume any super glue will do. I'm assuming the plastic mold glue didn't hold because it's a chrome, so there was nothing for it to sort of dissolve and bond with. But the super glue is holding it into place. So with that done and our other tooth done, we can then slide this through, connect this with our tooth and screw the tooth into position. This will take a little bit of finagling. There we go. Yep. Oh, my saber-tooth tiger ate that one. That will plug into there. So will not go in at all. And then that will screw in like that. Just make sure that's up the right way, held into position, so so that both of these are the same. Then just tighten this up. Glue all these in place at all. And then I think I've done that a little too tight, so you want it loose enough that they're not rolling about on their own, but tight enough that they can move freely. I'm not even sure the super glue is holding that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's it. That done, we then take the covers. So the covers will clip on like that. And again, we need to put a tiny drop of glue to secure them. I'm going to look at that off camera because I don't think these are all setting properly. I will look at that off camera and I will give an update on that next time. Moving on to the near end of this, all we need to do is fit our teeth. So open the jaw, and then the big teeth go upstairs. These will only go in one way. There's supposedly a left and a right one, but trying to read those is... Okay, so that's the left. So the left will go with this facing towards me. It will go on the outside. And the same with the right side. Right, so it doesn't say this for these ones, but it says it for the bottom ones, but it asks for a drop of glue on the bottom ones, and again you're going to need glue on the teeth here, the upper teeth as well. I'm going to do all that off camera because I'm not completely satisfied with the way these are setting. But I will give an update on the next episode on how they set and what I ended up having to do to sort that. Bringing us round for our final thoughts, this is our saber-tooth tiger head, or it will be once I've glued all of the teeth properly into place. Having to glue them into place is a little annoying, especially since it doesn't mention what the best glue is, nor does it suggest, nor does it provide the glue. I can understand not providing the glue, having to ship that in the post and things, legal issues, etc., etc. But yeah, this is the saber-tooth tiger head. It's coming along. Well, the saber-tooth tiger is coming along nicely. My only real gripe is the fact that the yellow plastic doesn't match with the yellow paint. It is quite a stark contrast on the two. It's a little disappointing. It's sort of understandable. Yellow is never an easy one to match from colour to colour. It's nice that we've got the die-cast metal, and I do feel that maybe either this cap bit should have been the die-cast as well, or it should have been given a spray of the paint they've used on the metal, just to give them the matching colours. Especially for the price you're paying, it would have been nicer to have had the matching ones. And once it's on display with the rest of the Zord, I don't think it's going to be overly noticeable, but as it stands at the moment, it kind of is. I mean, when you look at the picture on the front here, it's all the same colour. But yeah, I guess that is what it is. Trying to get this all glued together is being a bit of a fiddle, but again, I suppose that is what it is. Otherwise, this is coming together nicely. It's looking nice. It will, once we get the body and everything else, it will look really decent, I hope. We've got the batteries. But yeah, there we have. I will be back soon. Until then, stay safe.